song.
Boom. Tales of a Cock podcast, sitting here with Mike Wilson. Mike Wilson selecting us a song to start out with. It is by Massive Attack. It is called Angel. Now let us listen. The power of ingenuity, technology coming together to give us this song on this podcast.
Ooh, and a half-naked Angelina Jolie to top it off.
Ooh, the video people can't see. It's water, it's smoke, it's women, it's nudity.
It's sexually very aggressive.
Everything about this situation is sexually very aggressive, man. I'm sitting here in your bedroom, there's candles, there's a mirror.
Yes, there's a very large mirror on the door.
There's a naked lady on the TV.
You know.
I brought you some tea. I don't know what message that sends.
I mean, I think we know what message that sends. It's a very clear one to me. But Tales of My Cock podcast. I'm happy to be here, my friend.
Boom. First one in the new year.
Yep, that's true. Is it? Wait, for the podcast? Cheers to that.
2000 motherfucking 17.
Cool song, buddy.
Fucking cool. Massive Attack. Many thanks to you as a cool band. Mike Wilson. We're here in Vegas, man. What the fuck are we doing with our lives?
Fuck, dude. You're telling me right now? Seriously? We're both just wandering, but not lost, my friend.
You don't feel lost?
No, definitely not. I know exactly where I am, and it is where I need to be. However, this is definitely not home, so it's a little bit of an adjustment for myself, and I imagine for you. So,
and how long have you been out here in Vegas now?
Dude, I've been out here for, let's see, I guess 3.5 weeks since the big move. I moved like the 15th, so yeah,
15th of December.
15th of December.
2016.
Yep.
A whole year ago.
A whole year ago, and then I went home for Christmas and stuff. Got to catch the open mat at 10th Planet Costa Mesa, Monster Squad HQ as it is. Shout out to those boys. I hope they're listening. Miss all those cats. But yeah, I got a good little open mat roll. I believe I rolled with you there.
It's possible.
Yeah. You may have been under the influence of some different substances than we're going to partake in now, but...
No, I was under the same substances.
Oh, yeah. in fact, the very same substances.
It was tea and weed, like usual.
Oh, all the glory.
Yeah, dude, I've been smoking for training for a long time now, and I think I should try it the opposite, because so many times I get on the mat, I'm like, what did we do last time? I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know. I have no idea. Or even a rougher one, man, is I've been smoking for training here in Vegas, and I'm meeting so many people.
Oh, you're not remembering any names?
None.
Zero names remembered. Zero names
and, like,
remembered.
I feel bad. Like, I walk out, and there's some similar looking people, and there's people who recognize me, and people are happy to see me, and people are just excited to meet someone, and I'm in there just kind of stoned, kind of sleepy. Like,
yeah, you definitely looked a little sleepy the other morning when you were in there, for sure, dude. For sure, man. I felt that.
Because I came out to Vegas on Wednesday. It was today is Sunday, so I've been here for that many days. Feels like an eternity.
Time moves a lot slower in the desert, my friend.
It really does.
It's just a different world, you know. I can't say like too many bad things about it yet, because it's also cold. We're in the dead ass of winter, and it's 45 degrees in the evening or 40 degrees, and it's 50 in the afternoon. So it's, it's not, I feel like I can't give this a place a proper judgment yet, at least until 120 during the summer, every fucking day. Then I'll really decide then if like this place is for me or not. But
well, what are your first impressions, man? What have you been doing?
You've
been coaching a lot.
Yeah, dude, that's it. I just live in the gym, man. I'm out here staying at a student's house. He had an extra room for rent, so I was able to get at least a little privacy going on and have my own space. But
and some local knowledge.
He's turned me out to a couple places out here in Henderson. I'm like 25 minutes from the Strip or so there's not like all the nightlife happening scene in downtown Henderson.
You're out in Hendertucky.
Hendertucky, as it's called.
Pickup trucks and people moseying.
Yeah, there's a lot of moseying going on, but yeah, it's cool. He's been pretty gracious. And then, just living in the gym, dude, just training every day, teaching every day. The first couple weeks I came out, I was in the morning classes and the evening classes, but we added 6 a.m. to the 10th Planet Las Vegas schedule. In addition to like 11 o'clock class in the morning, as well as our kids, and then the 2 evening classes at night. So now I'm just teaching kids class, fundamentals, and advanced in the evening. So it's pretty cool. I got my whole day open. That's only been for this last week.
Yeah.
But I got my whole day open now. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, how to fill that time gap. It's
dude,
like
I've struggled with that a lot in my life, man. When I used to live in Taiwan, I used to start teaching at 2 p.m.
Yeah, so
2 p.m. done at. I mean, that was a little easier job. I was done at 6, and then was out in the city and out and about. And it's just weird, man. You hit that moment where it's like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. You're like, well, I could do anything.
Yeah.
Well,
you could go to sleep, or you could just go do anything. Those are your options. It's pretty much unlimited.
I believe that there are people out there who can make good decisions about themselves, but I don't know how they do it. I don't know how you go to bed early when you don't have to. I don't know how you get up early when you're not imposed. But that's what I've been working on. That's what I imagined I could do when I came out here. That's how I pictured it. And I still kind of believe I can. I still believe in hope, but it hasn't worked out thus far.
I mean, you've only been out here 5 days. You got to give it some time, This place takes some getting used to for sure. Just like the whole pace of life out here is definitely different. The people though at the gym, especially, is pretty much the only people I've met while I'm out here. They're super cool. Real good family atmosphere that Casey and Andrew have been able to establish so far, and it feels a lot like Monster Squad. So
definitely,
everyone's like really cool. It's just a new gym, so. The level of everybody there is kind of a mixed bag. There's a few experienced people, but mostly it's, a lot of newbies. So just trying to bring them up the way that we were brought up, and, carry on the tradition of the Monster Squad. It's going good, though. It's going really good. I'm digging it.
There's a lot of cool shit going on, man.
Yeah, it's a lot going on, dude.
A lot
going on, dude.
And that's why it's strange for me, man, sitting here on the periphery. Like, I'm not teaching. I don't have to beat any class at any time. Almost to my deficit,
Yeah.
Not held accountable to anything.
Yeah.
I came out here to write this book, man. I've had this story in my head for a while, and I'm fucking hesitating to even sign the contract though to get the money for the book.
What?
Because I've done so little.
I
have such little faith in myself to overcome and persevere.
You can definitely. I mean, come on, man. You're an overcomer. You're a gamer when it comes down to it. But you.
See, where are you getting this information? Where are you basing that on?
This is all lies. Just
hope and positivity. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give you a little positive motivation, my friend. That's all.
You're right. It's not a lost cause. This is just what I was thinking about the past couple of days, where I'm just like being lazy, and especially this podcast. How long has it been since I released a podcast, man? Months?
It's probably been a while. Was Tim Nguyen?
Tim Nguyen was the last one I published.
Dude, and that was a legendary podcast.
Dude, I walked into the gym the day after that Tim Nguyen podcast, and the air was different.
Oh, yeah. It was all of a sudden overnight you made Tim a star in the gym after everyone heard his fucking ridiculous tales of romance. You know, he really took on a whole new life of his own. And a lot of people, I think it was so much because they didn't expect that from Tim.
He's so soft-spoken.
So soft-spoken, such a nice dude.
Always, the image I have of Tim, this is like the most Tim thing, and this is like the most positive thing I can say about anybody, is 4th of July, he came in with a watermelon and a knife.
Right.
Didn't train.
That's right.
Stood outside and made sure everyone had watermelon.
Yep. He had several watermelons. Cut them up for us outside, served them up. The dude didn't even train an open mat. Just came and was like, hey guys, it's hot out, hydrate up.
Love it.
Dude, I mean, just the greatest teammate you could possibly ask for. Yeah.
And now he seems more human. That's the way I think about it.
Yeah, it's like before it was like, man, this guy, look how great a guy is. It's like, okay, well, he's got some flaws just like I do.
Of course.
He's a great guy.
As everyone does, man. And the funniest reaction I've gotten from that podcast is people coming to me in the gym being like, yo, I done that shit too, man.
You know, everyone takes their lumps as a young man, dude.
Or an old man, dude.
Or an old man,
There's no age on it.
No
age on the hookers.
No, definitely not. There's definitely no age limit for hookers. Definitely not. That's what I'm saying, man. Be like Picasso. Just have kids deep into your 70s. That's a real OG right there.
Is that what he did?
Yeah. Yeah, he was having kids deep into his 70s. It was like, the dude had I think 12 kids or some shit like that. It was crazy.
Okay.
You know, just laying that old fucking artist pipe.
Doesn't give a fuck.
Zero fucks.
Residuals coming in and
making it happen, you know?
You can shit on a painting and sell it for a lot.
Exactly.
That's funny, man. Dude, the new year, everyone's talking about goals and shit, and I struggle with writing goals, man. I tried to write some out. I was like, okay.
But see, you write a lot.
Podcast.
How do you have like? I mean, I'm constantly seeing you with notebooks. You write a lot. You're a writer, obviously. You're doing your stand up. You do the podcast. I see you write down a lot. Is it just something that's just like because it's so specifically about you that you're not like gung ho about writing it down? like basically, my goals start with how to be less of a piece of a shit.
Okay.
Like, you know, and I just start from there, and I just draw little bullet points, like, you know, maybe don't freak out on old ladies that cut you off. You know,
okay.
You know, don't yell at kids just because, you know.
Were you yelling at kids?
Well, I mean, just like little things that I may have done here or there over the course of the last year, and that I'm trying to, you know,
very good,
improve on. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a stoic technique, is to lay in bed and look at your day and criticize yourself mercilessly.
Yeah, no, I do, dude. I do constantly, like, especially, I mean, more about jiu-jitsu than anything. Like, I could have taught something better, or I could have, you know, drilled something better, or like, you know, not used as much strength on something, or, you know, always like that. I am pretty self-critical, but yeah, it's always good to be reflective, let's say, instead of critical.
Very important. And I fall too much on the critical side, man. I can look at my flaws and just lay in a heap on the floor. You know what I mean? That's like one of my favorite activities. Not favorite in the sense that I want to keep doing it, but favorite in the sense that I've done it so many times I must like it.
Yeah. It's like repetition, man. Repetition. It's getting you back into that comfort zone, you know.
I remember that's one thing I learned when I got into philosophy in college, that like you can look at your character in a bunch of different ways, like who you are as a person. And one way that is the most popular way is who do you want to be and strive towards that. But another way is to look at yourself like a book. So right now we're at this chapter. I'm 25, you're a little bit older, we're in Vegas. That's one specific part of a book. Right. Obviously the book goes on, obviously it goes back, but we don't know what's coming up next. It just unfurls itself.
Right, that's a good way.
So your own character, like, you don't really have much control, I don't think. Like,
I mean, you can't. You know,
there's certain things you can tweak and improve at and aim your direction. But you can also look back at the past chapters and be like, well, clearly he didn't.
I didn't plan to do all of this crazy shit or get myself into these situations I find myself in. Yeah,
in the same way, I can sit here and like I can boast on this podcast, like, I know nutrition, I can swing kettlebells. Take a look at my arms, man.
Yeah.
How's my nutrition and kettlebells routine going?
Probably not that great, dude. That was a brilliant way to put it. Yeah, true that.
But yeah, so my goals are all like just put out more podcasts, add consistency to this thing, because people are listening, man.
Yeah, no,
like,
I saw it, dude.
To my surprise.
I've seen it online. The team, a lot of the guys are big supporters, you know, of the podcast, so that's dope. And yeah, man, you put out some funny stuff and some interesting stuff.
I just can't fall into the trap of having to top that Tim Nguyen coming in strippers situation.
Yeah, that's tough,
I asked some guys to be on it, and they're like, dude, I can't top that. I'm like, you don't have to.
You don't have to top it, though. It's
and
not
then
a
it fucked with
competition.
me. I was like, okay, I don't have to top it. And I go to sleep and go on the heap of the floor, and
then
all of a sudden I'm like, I can't top
That's so good. No, but there'll be other times too, you know. And we definitely need a part 2 on that. And I don't want to. I know what has been going on, but I want Tim to come on. And
dude, I have no idea what's been going on.
Dude.
I haven't like talked to Tim much.
I mean, let's just put it this way: the most predictable thing is exactly what happened. So I'll leave it at that. Tim will fill that in. It's his story. I don't want to ruin it. And it was just such a good story. You know, I just don't want to. I don't want to speak for the man. How could you, really?
Of course. Let's talk about you, man. When did you lose your virginity? What happened?
Oh God, the tale of woe. No. I'm fucking just rocking and rolling out here, dude. Like, just trying to get everything squared away and live my life the way that I've seen it through Jiu Jitsu. You know, the women's situation. I have to I may have said some things in a fabricated sense that people may have taken seriously on the last podcast.
It's true. Yeah. Everyone has
by fabrication, I mean completely truthful. But because I have a girlfriend now, it's fabricated.
How long you been with this girl?
We've been together like almost 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty chill, and I'm trying not to fucking ruin it as I often do.
No problem.
So I need to. Yeah, I was already explained to like somebody at the gym may have mentioned something to her about that fucking podcast.
Really?
Yeah, because buddies train mad and stuff. And
okay.
Idiots. And but yeah, no, it's all good though. It's all squared away. I just need to be a little more careful when it comes to the ladies. But I still love y'all, ladies. Y'all out there listening.
We're very pro ladies here at Tales of My Cock.
Yeah, Tales of My Cock.
This looks like a little gay scene we're putting on here with the candles in the bed and.
Hey, bro.
Mike Wilson is laying across his bed in a seductive manner.
Hey, man, you know,
a bowl packed of weed. It's gone unsmoked.
I feel like once I've sweated into your mouth, at that point, what's any other body fluid, bro? What's any other body fluid, really?
So this sounds unrelated, but do you know the taste of semen? Have you had it in your mouth?
I can't say that I have.
It sounds like a trick question, but. What I'm trying to do is segue into a story, and I'm a little out of shape, man. You know, we're talking about this podcast yesterday, working out the kinks. One time I had semen in my mouth, and it was my own, and it was not on purpose.
How? You're going to have to go a little more in depth when you drop something like that on us, man. Where, first of all, how? Like, I mean, everyone's coming, I assume it was your own because you're not a good aimer. And I know you're not the only one who's had experience like that. I've had unfortunate happenstances, but I've always managed to not land it that far north. Like I knew.
But it's been a concern of yours.
It's been a concern for sure, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get out there. It's been a few months, and you fire hydrant out, and the shit's unpredictable. And I get that. I totally get that. But you know, if you're getting it in your mouth, I kind of feel like you're being reckless.
All right, so this wasn't like that at all.
Okay.
A lot of similarities, though. It had been a couple months.
That's always leads with that. Yeah. Either that, or you're doing Hulk loads from fucking Rogan's kale shakes. You know, you know about Hulk loads?
The shake.
The shake, yeah. That Rogan.
I mean, it actually impacts your loads.
It impacts your loads. Okay. It's got like a bunch of kale, a bunch of zinc, and like all this other shit. It just calls it like Hulk load shake. Yeah. It's just, yeah, so perhaps was that involved in your...
No, man, this was 6 months on the road in Asia at this point. And so 6 months in Asia, I'd just broken up with a girl and graduated college. That's when I left to Asia. So it was a big transition time in anyone's life. Breaking up with a girl who I'd been with for 2 years. Okay. The most amazing girl. Still can't say anything bad about her.
Because she listens, or just because she can't say
Because I don't have anything bad to say.
Okay, gotcha. I thought you were like me and getting in trouble for saying stupid shit.
No, man. I've been pretty good about eradicating that from my life. I don't think I can get in trouble for saying anything.
I mean, that's good, because who are you going to get in trouble with?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like mom listens to the podcast. That's not comfortable.
Your mom...
happens. She's got to stop listening after I tell this story.
Dude, your mom is so cool, though. I remember the first time I went to your house. We were out back and like about to do a podcast, and you're like, you want to smoke some weed? And I'm like, yeah, definitely. We're out there smoking a bowl, and it's like in the rain. And we're out there smoking a bowl, and your mom is like, I see her come into the house in the kitchen. I'm like, oh shit, your mom's home. And you're like, yeah, it's cool. She'll probably come out here and talk to you. And I'm like, but we're so high right now.
We're doing illegal drugs. No,
we're doing drugs. It was awesome, but she's a nice lady.
Yeah, go on. That's thrown off a bunch of people at the podcast. She comes out and like offer us tea or just wants to say what's up. Alright, so mom, stop listening. So the story, man, I got a one-way ticket to Taiwan after graduating college, like
Breaking up
2
with the
weeks
chick.
after my last class. The last day I saw that girl was the day before I went to LAX.
Oh shit.
She stayed over at my house, and then she drove back down to San Diego. I went to Taiwan. Bada bing, bada boom. I was trying to get over her real fast, and obviously that's impossible.
Right, of course. You're in a new country, you don't know, you knew nobody when you moved there, right?
I had a couple contacts. But
Contacts for, like, teaching English. And shit.
No, contacts for homies.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like, through the tea shop that I found out about Taiwan at, through the homie Taylor Dry, Mad Monk Tea, the big homie. He was the one who told me about Taiwan, and he put me in contact with a dude who's out there studying Chinese medicine.
Gotcha.
So we hung out like a couple times, and he's just this 30-year-old lanky dude, fucking slinging dick in Taiwan.
Oh, right on.
Massaging people and sticking them with needles. And
Nice. I'm into
so
that.
I knew some people in Asia, man. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of alone time. It's a lot of thinking. It's a lot of, especially I was doing it, man. I ended up at a meditation center for a while.
Yes, I recall the story.
Some sort of meditation cult of some sort where we would drink tea and meditate all day. A lot of time to myself. And so I was thinking about this girl all the time, and it fucked me up. And so...
Because she's getting piped down in San Diego.
I mean, I assume so, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, it's nice to think that they're not, but let's face it, man, all ex-girlfriends are whores. Let's move on.
I think this girl's a unicorn, but you have a fair point. I can't deny anything you're saying either. So it's a hard time, man. I haven't had that many girls in my life, so any girl who I've been with sticks heavily in my mind.
Wait, you have not had a lot of girls in your life?
Not
that's
many.
just
Especially at that time. Like that was
blasphemy,
my
sir.
second girlfriend, and I guess there was 3 or 4 more in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not here to brag. Like,
Yeah.
I had sex at 18, and at the store I'm 22.
Yeah,
Two
so-
girlfriends in there. The second one for like 2 years.
Yeah.
50% of my non-virginity years are spent with the same girl.
So you're slinging it, basically. You're doing great. For
Yeah.
how you are, you're knocking it out of the fucking park. Let's be real here.
I'm doing fine, but I'm not gonna lead a seminar or anything. And so I go to Asia the mistake I kept making, man, was like I would talk to her every once in a while. We would Skype, we'd exchange messages,
Oof.
which I knew out the gate was a terrible idea.
Always a bad idea.
Terrible. And I knew that. But, you know, people aren't always good at about
Yeah.
doing the best thing for themselves.
Following your own
In the
advice.
same way I'm out here in Vegas not writing at this point. But there's always tomorrow. And so I kept talking to this girl all around. And so, like, I got a dirty massage in Taiwan on, like, a spontaneous thing. I thought it was overpriced.
Whoa. You can't just gloss over this dirty massage. We're not even to how you jizzed in your own mouth.
We're 4 countries and 5 months away from me jizzing in my own mouth.
Okay.
No, I don't want to ruin it.
No.
Getting knowing the taste of semen. Let's call it that.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever you want to call it, dude. You came in your own mouth. Go on. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. 6 one way, half dozen the other. Go on.
The dirty massage, it wasn't that cool, man. It was, I showed up in Kaohsiung, which is the very south of Taiwan. I had been there for probably 2 weeks at the time. Money burning a hole in my pocket, but being very frugal.
What's that mean? Living on like $6 a day?
Not quite that extreme, man. Like, before I went to Taiwan, I had a job lined up in Taipei. Because I
Okay.
thought I was going to show up broke. My dad had got me a plane ticket, and I was like, okay, I'm working. I just got out of college. Then, to my surprise, my family had money saved for me for college graduation. I had no idea about it. It was given to me about a month before I was going to Taiwan. I already had the job lined up. I'd already interviewed, but I'd started seeing stuff online about this company. The company's called Hess. They hire every single sap, is what Hess stands for on the internet. They hire everybody, and it's not a fun place to work. Whatever, they overwork you and underpay you, and it's shit, and the kids are shit. Everything on the internet saying don't go there.
Okay.
Then I get 16 grand from my family.
Whoa,
So
shit.
I'm like, okay,
wow.
I'm not doing this shitty ass
Yeah,
job.
yeah. Definitely
But
not.
I've already decided to break up with this girl. We've been going through this for months. That's done. I already have a plane ticket. I'm still going. So that's why I'm just cruising Asia.
Okay,
Just
gotcha.
fucking cruising.
Gotcha. This is before any job setting had taken in, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So when I landed in Taiwan, man, I still had that job. I hadn't told them I'm not coming. So there was a dude at the airport with a sign for me, like Marshall Stamper, with the name of the company. And I just like put my hand up, covered my eyes, and walked right past him.
Oh, nice.
Hopped on a bus, got to the city, went to a hotel, and just fucking decided what was going on. But so what I decided early on, man, is so I spent a lot of that money on student loans. I didn't come to Asia with the full 16. I closer to 8 or 9.
Okay, that was a bad decision. But go on. Fuck student loans, man.
In the
long run.
Anyway.
Anyway. Sorry, I keep pulling off track. I'm just like, oh man, don't get me started on that tangent. There's shit I'm never paying back. But go on.
Yeah, fair enough, man. So I'm in Taiwan. I got like $9,000, and I'm like, how long can I make this last? I have no idea how money works because I grew up rich, but not knowing it.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like money.
Your parents didn't spoil the shit out of you.
In their own way, they did, but I didn't know it.
Right.
They spoiled me by sending me to private schools my whole life.
Right. They spoiled you the right way. They spoiled you to like help you in life, not to just give you shit.
But they gave me a car. Yeah. It could have been a lot worse.
It could have been way worse.
They could have afforded to give me a lot worse. But my point is, man, I just didn't know how much money was. I didn't know what things cost. I had never bought a flight before.
Right.
All these things where I'm like, I'm just learning so much and like on the fly. I'm just sitting there on a couch in Taiwan learning all this shit while dealing with this heartbreak, while not trying to spend money. So in this state of mind, I show up in Kaohsiung from a 6-hour train ride. I got a crink in my neck. I'm there in Asia with money in my pocket. First thing you think of is Asian massage.
Asian massage,
right?
Sure.
Like that's such a stereotype that I found to be so true. Is that Asians give good massages? I don't know the exact reasoning, but it's culturally very appropriate.
Yeah.
And so I Googled Kaohsiung massage, and the first thing that popped up on Google was best dirty massage in Kaohsiung on the. I'm gonna mess up the name of the website, but something like International Sex Traveler Forum. Like,
so blatant, like there's like no creativity with that name whatsoever. Just straight up, like
straight to the point.
Straight international sex traveling, all shady old white businessmen go use this forum.
And here's the best dirty massage in Kaohsiung. So I don't know what the second result said. I clicked on that.
Yeah. There's not enough time in the world for you to look at that second result.
But my intentions were pure. I did just want the crink out of my neck, and I didn't know what to do that day. Let's throw in a hand job too.
Yeah. So, that sounds reasonable.
So I find the place. I fucking walk.
My neck's related, like next to my dick.
And so I find the place, man. I hop a subway. I'm walking around the city. I have a sketchy ass address in half Chinese, half English. Looking at all these signs, half in Chinese, half in English. And I was walking in this place, and there's a lot of construction right where it's supposed to be. It's like a 6-story place. There's an elevator. There's places you can't go. I don't know what was going on. But then out of the elevator walked this little Chinese dude with his tie all messed up and a look on his face like he just committed murder.
Oh, man. Just super shady right off the
running
bat.
back with his briefcase. Clearly had just gotten jerked off up this elevator. Just going back to work. It's like, perfect. I walk in.
I'm in the right place.
I knew exactly where to go.
This is where I parked my car.
And I walk in, and the first thing I see, man, it's a big counter, and there's this Taiwanese dude. He's looking pretty rough, a big dude, beard, which is a rare thing in Asia. Big men.
So he's looking tough in Taiwan, and he's big dude. So he's like 5'3".
A normal size. He's a 6-foot human.
It's like a normal sized guy. In other words,
and a bunch of girls in there, and I walk in, they just all kind of like look at me. I'm very out of place. I'm a young dude.
Right. Clearly, you don't know where the fuck you're at.
That's their first question. Like, do you know why you're here? And I was like, I did some research. Okay. And this American guy walked in and went, "Whoa, you speak Chinese?" I was like, "Nope." He's like, "All right." And all of a sudden, he became like my Sherpa. This guy took it upon himself to
lead you through.
Like, okay, here's what's gonna go on, man. And he's like, you give this guy 1,600 NT, 1,600 Taiwanese dollars is like a little more than 50.
Okay.
50 American, like 53 American dollars.
Okay.
To this guy up front. Then they're gonna lead you to a room. You take a shower, and girls are gonna come in. And you can yay or nay them.
Yay or nay them.
And then the weirdest thing he said, man, he's like, okay, I'll be next door if you need anything. I was like, what the fuck could I need?
What can I need from you? Hey, buddy, can you pass the lube? They didn't leave any in my room for me.
Hey, man, she's touching my penis. Can you...
Is there, you have an instruction?
Chinese. Like, how do I say? There was no issues.
Yeah,
There's no issues. So I go in there.
Wait. Was this like a lineup of chicks? Hold on, don't gloss over this. Was
The girls in the front
room, or they
room
come in
like,
one and one?
So the girls in the front room were just chilling. They're like on their break. Then in the room, I go in there and I just take a shower. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm nervous. I'm kind of pacing. I'm not really bathing. The shower's on and I'm naked. And a girl opens the door, sticks her head in, and goes, "Okay."
You motherfucker.
So I can see her face and it's got makeup on. She's pretty. And I'm like, "Okay." I should have just said no for the sake of just what else are the options?
Yeah.
Just a power move, but I was nervous.
Yeah, you didn't know?
I don't want to be
Okay,
rude to this girl I just met.
Yeah. You don't want to treat her with any sort of disrespect, man.
And so she opens the door and her body's bigger than her head, led me to believe. She comes in and then we just lay down. I lay down on the massage table and she kind of like very lightly like rubs her fingers along my back and flips me over and
jerks you off and that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just jacks you off.
And I was laying there with my hurt ass neck. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, I love how there's no, in the pornos and shit, it's like they at least massage the dude for like a couple minutes. Like you would expect like a little bit of a shoulder rub.
I was hoping
some
like
karate chops, and then like
fucking stands up, stands on your back, walks back and forth.
Yeah, that's a legit
what I was hoping
massage.
for.
And then the jerk off, but no, just straight
to it.
Straight
She's
to
a
it.
pro. I didn't last long. She did the worst thing she did though, man. Saran wrap blowjob is like so ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is the thing I'd heard about.
Yeah,
but it
that's
sucks,
to be
man.
expected.
It sucks,
yeah,
man.
I'd rather that just not occur at all.
Anybody who hasn't heard, saran wrap blow. She literally just had like a square of
saran wrap,
plastic,
saran wrap,
and she just wraps her penis and then mouths it, and you can see her do it, but you can't feel anything.
Yeah. Well, you can feel a plastic bag around your dick. That's basically it.
Yeah, which isn't that cool. Like,
yeah. You can do that at home for free, for far less than 1,200 Taiwanese dollars.
Yeah, just put something around your dick and then realize life is better without it and take it off. And so this thing didn't last that long, man. So after that, I wasn't really interested in going back into the scene, into the dirty massage scene. I didn't peruse the forum after that.
You get one fucking mama-san hand job. You've had them all.
Yeah, and it wasn't. And I was comparing it to the intimate sex of my lover back in San Diego, which was gone and was fucking my head. And she's out there, and I'm here, and I'm not even doing anything.
She's raging in Mission Beach, and you're out here fucking get jerked off by mama-san, and yeah, that's all good.
So it was a while until like
us guys make great decisions.
Yeah, dude. Who's doing the controlling in that one, man? I thought it was a guy. If you had asked me at the beginning of the trip, like, hey, are you gonna be getting dirty massages like 2 weeks in? I'd be like, no, dude, come on. I'm a guy.
I'm gonna find this really cool Taiwanese chick. She's gonna be the love of my life.
I'm just gonna go to the bar and pronounce I'm American, and girls are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of true, but I wasn't really the step into the bar with confidence guy at the time. I wasn't like dressing too nice, or I wasn't. I didn't have much going for me, at least mentally, but self-esteem wise.
Yeah.
Not much going on. Because it's hard, man. It's hard to have like that kind of confidence when there's not a mission in your life.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's like the main thing I learned from my 8 months abroad was like things can be dope, but if you're not there for like a reason, it's not
what are you there
cool.
for? Yeah, exactly.
And so I went 2 months in Thailand. No more dirty massages. A couple nights in a bar in Tainan with some Jiu Jitsu guys. Excuse me. And this girl was like dancing on me and things, and then all of a sudden she had to leave, and I didn't have a phone or anything. There's no more girls in my life for a long time.
Damn.
Then I hang out in Indonesia for a month. I did like 3 weeks in Bali and 1 week off on Gili Trawangan, a little island with
sick.
no cars.
Sick.
No cars, no police. They sell mushrooms at the bar.
What? That sounds fucking. Was it when you were in Indonesia? Did you go to Bali? Did you go to Ubud?
Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
Ubud.
Ubud.
Yeah, I was there And Ubud's a very like spiritual place, and I was there on Halloween, not knowing it. I didn't know what day it was.
Oh, yeah.
And so Halloween night, without knowing it was Halloween, I went to this is the biggest waste of my money. Tibetan gong meditation at the local yoga place.
Okay.
Not because I was into Tibetan gongs or anything, but because I was like, yoga places have dope shit, and I got a lot of money, and I don't know what to do tonight, and I'd like to go stretch, but okay, instead they have Tibetan gongs.
What the fuck is Tibetan gong meditation? They just bang gongs?
Kinda. So I'd done something similar like this in Borrego Springs, California, on the desert at like an art gallery, and what that one was you sit on this big metal thing. I'm making the motion with my arms. It's about like, I don't know, 3 feet tall, of a big bowl laid upside down. So it's hollow on the inside. You can sit on it. They fucking whack it and your whole body vibrates.
Right, okay.
And then there's gongs on either side of you. And so he bangs one and it fucks up this part of your head. And he bangs the other one. It's this part. And there's one above you and he's holding some. And so it's very disorienting.
That sounds horrible.
It was great. Because it's like, they're tuned to your pleasure.
They're tuned.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay,
That's the part
okay.
that I didn't really describe.
All right.
And there's one point where he hits one and it like builds up in sound, and I thought it was like an airplane, but I'm not in the desert. They're not near an airport.
Right.
And it was very disorienting, and I came out of it feeling a lot better, and time was fucked up. I had no idea how long he'd been doing this. It was only like a minute or two, but I thought it was like 30.
Oh, shit.
So that's what I thought was going on with this gong meditation. But the one in Ubud that I went to was you lay on a mat while this guy kind of like plays essentially like the triangle. You know, like...
More cowbell. More cowbell. More fucking cowbell, guys.
Yeah, it's a triangle for about 10 minutes, and then the cowbell, and then he's got one of those gongs that's way too far away to have the impact that I was thinking of. It was kind of nice, you know.
All right, you're finding the bright side of things. That's cool.
If I'd been in the office all day, fucking selling stocks and worrying about my wife, and then I'd gone to that, it would have been pretty nice. But I'd probably spent all day in bed and smoking weed and looking at places I could travel to.
You were already pretty fucking relaxed at that point.
Yeah.
I feel you.
And so that was my only experience in Ubud, man. I wasn't there for very long, but they have a big monkey sanctuary. That's the big attraction.
Yeah, my buddy was telling me about that. He went out there.
But dude, we're gonna get to the semen story, I swear. But
semen story.
Animal sanctuaries in Asia, man, are sketching me out. Like I didn't go to any of them. I didn't see any tigers in Thailand. I didn't go to elephants.
They're fucked up.
Some of them are, yeah.
Most of them are, dude.
The ones that are making money.
Yeah. They got motherfucking tigers on rotate out there for sure.
The ones on sponsored travel TripAdvisor ads. And so I didn't go to any of those, man. But I did, after Indonesia, I went to Thailand for 3 months to do kickboxing.
Okay, yes.
That was the first time in the traveling that I had a mission. Mm-hmm. All because I read Sam Sheridan's book, A Fighter's Heart, and he talked about doing Muay Thai. Yeah. And it's something that had been on my mind for a long time, but I made every excuse, man. Every regular human excuse. I was like, once I'm in shape, I'll do it. Yeah. That's the easiest one. And obviously getting in shape has never happened for me, like, outside of a martial art, outside of, like, a training center. Right. And then, what's the other ones, man? Like, fuck, I could be doing something else. And I looked around, what the fuck else am I doing, man? Yeah. Sitting here on a beach in Indonesia, I went to gong meditation.
Yeah. You might as well go fucking get some training in for sure.
And so I went there, man, and I was just, what attracted me to it was, like, the austere, pious lifestyle of just fucking waking up and training. There's something very romantic about that. Yeah. It's very similar to the life you have now, man. Just waking up in the desert, going to the gym, and then all your responsibilities are done. All you have to do is come back, listen to some Joe Rogan, and take a nap, and get back in it. Yeah,
that's pretty much what you're describing right here. My luxurious confines of my bedroom. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. But I know what you mean. There is that romanticism of living that fighter lifestyle. And Thailand's definitely a dope place to do it, dude. And you were in Phuket, or
I was in Sangkamphaeng, which is right outside of Chiang Mai. Yeah, it's all the way in the north.
Yeah, Chiang Mai is the city to go to, though. Like if you're
in Thailand, and you're trying to do city shit. Yeah. Bangkok is a little too big and scary for me. I didn't spend much time there.
Really? It scared you off? Is that crazy?
Yeah. It's intimidating. There's a lot of scams. If you're there like me, just kind of floating.
You do know you're in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah, but I'm here like with homies and like people
Yeah.
like
Okay,
back
fair
up.
enough, fair enough.
I would have been in
You're in
Bangkok by
America.
myself.
Yeah, okay.
Like not knowing, just scared, and already spent a month in Indonesia hating myself. Like I had things to do, you know. And so this is the first time in the trip that I had a mission. My mission was to go to Thailand, learn fighting, and get a fight. That was my plan.
Right.
Then I did my first sparring session. I was like, fuck this.
How did that go?
Fuck this.
How did that go for you?
I somehow had gotten to practice a little later than everyone else. I had my gloves on a little later, so when sparring came, everyone broke off into pairs of equal experience.
Uh-huh.
And
Except for like the most experienced dude in there and you.
by the time I got my gloves on, the only guy, he was like a guy in your situation, like badass at his martial art, but not the head coach, but like right there. He's new to the gym.
Right.
Fucking dudes up.
Fucking dudes up.
Has his own competing to do.
Basically, yeah, has his own mission, but is there to help others, but also is there to like just enforce some beatdowns.
He doesn't have that like old man lack of athleticism that you can kind of get people on sometimes. So this dude, he fought me hands down like Roy Jones, like Anderson Silva, like hands down, chin out.
Just teeping you over and over again into the oblique.
Jabbing me into seeing stars.
Yeah.
Every single time. Like, I had no idea what I was doing. Man.
It's definitely rough striking with a good striker, man. The first time you get in there and you spar with a guy who's actually like a serious, you know, professional fighter, professional striker, you know, whether it's MMA or just pure Muay Thai like that, yeah, it's pretty intimidating. Like, you know those guys just work at a different speed. You know, it's
a different realm, man.
Yeah.
He's fighting me in 5D.
Yeah,
like,
he's in the fucking Matrix for sure.
This bullshit world. Just getting hit in the face and seeing stars. And like after that, man, I started reconsidering, and I was listening to Rogan's podcast. He had a whole like year of going on about brain damage.
Yeah,
remember that?
100%. He's still on it.
I was in Thailand right when that started, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Like, all I have going for me is I'm smart. I'm not super athletic. I'm not like you know what I mean? Like in life, like my muscles aren't gonna pay any bills at any point.
Right.
The only thing I've going for me is my brain.
And here you are, just getting fucking head kicked by these dudes.
Dude, I got head kicked by an 11-year-old.
Oh my god.
And I was like, all right, well, I have nothing I can do to this guy. I'm not gonna punch a
guy. He's 11.
11-year-old man.
He's a little man.
With three Muay Thai belts under in his closet.
He's 13, but he has like 78 fights.
Literally, man.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
That's not a huge exaggeration.
No,
like,
not at all. It's completely within the realm of possibility.
Like, I still get Facebook updates. This kid's killing it. Like, he's still at it.
He's like 14 now, just destroying fools.
Slinging dick and head kicks, man.
Smoking packs of cigarettes.
Chain smoking.
Fucking chain smoking, running miles, kicking down banana trees. Like, yeah, those guys are savages.
Yeah, man. And so the Muay Thai mission didn't last.
Okay.
So here I am again, half the money, 5 months later from Kaohsiung. The only thing that I heard about that got me excited at the time was this dude told me I could ride a motorcycle through Vietnam.
Okay.
And I was like, that's so cool, man. But who am I to do that? The same excuses start coming
Right.
I'll do that as soon as I know how to ride a motorcycle. A bullshit time that never exists.
Right.
Fuck, am I just gonna know it?
Yeah, you're
like,
never just gonna wake up and be like, I can do this. Like, you gotta just.
My dad flies in and all of a sudden he has motorcycle knowledge. Like, no, like,
nah. Yeah.
But and then, so from Thailand to Vietnam is a mission in of itself. That's a long distance.
Right.
So I got really excited with the romantic idea of just riding this fucking motorcycle. But here I am, haven't gotten laid in about 4 months. My money's dwindling.
Last sexual experience with Mama San and the hand job. Okay.
Brutal. And then, so I hop on a bus from Chiang Mai to Bangkok. I have like a 6-hour layover. I see the Hobbit movie in Bangkok in like the nicest movie theater I've ever been in.
Damn.
It's so good.
Are you serious?
It's like stadium seating, all leather. Or not all of it's leather. Like half of it is. You gotta pay extra for the leather seats. I didn't know that when I got in.
Yeah.
So I'm by myself. I'm there way too early. And so I just sit in leather seats until a local comes up, like, oh no, and points their ticket, and I move over one. And I played that game until
the movie started, basically.
I got a leather seat that no one asked me to move out of. And you see a movie in Thailand, man, you have to stand and for the song of the king. They
Oh,
stand
yeah.
up. Everybody in the theater stands up. And they show you a dope little movie of like the king. He starts as a child, and then he's like looking at rice
He
paddies.
recently just passed away. Yeah.
Right, so he was alive at the time.
Right,
he was
right,
on his
right.
deathbed. But
Basically, yes.
He's been sick for a while.
Yeah.
But at the time, yeah, you had to watch that movie of the king, and then we had to watch The Hobbit with Thai subtitles, which I don't know if you've seen Thai, man, but it's like little squiggles.
Squiggles, yeah. I grew up
Like-
in Cambodia town in Long Beach, so it's like,
Squiggly.
a lot of Thai as well there.
And so it looks like Elvish. So like
Yeah.
The Hobbit was like...
So when he's talking, it looks like an Elvis subtitle. That's fucking great.
That's what I kept thinking is like, yeah, it's like Elvis. Because in Thai, there's no punctuation, there's no gap.
It doesn't,
letters.
nothing stops.
It
doesn't
just
stop,
keeps
yeah.
going. Like it looks like music, And so that helped a lot. And then from Bangkok, man, I just hop on an overnight train to Siem Reap, Cambodia.
Okay.
Siem Reap, Cambodia is a
That sounds
place...
like some fucking Khmer Rouge shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Cambodia's not a big place. So the Siem Reap is a city that only exists to house the tourism for Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat being one temple in a series of like 13 temples that are fucking old, man.
Yeah.
I didn't do enough research when I was there. Like, I was the type of guy who just show up to a place and look around.
You'd be like, fuck.
I didn't Google
Some
anything.
cool things
I didn't
here, huh?
Google. I didn't pay for a tour guide.
You just show up.
Show up, look at it. And so I show up in Siem Reap at like 9 in the morning. And this is a thing that I used to do for a lot of cities. I'd show up there and then look for a place to stay. It's kind of an adventure.
Right, of course.
You know what I mean? It's a scary
Oh,
way
you're
to do
traveling,
it.
but that's the cool way to do it.
And
sure.
so I did that, and I found this hostel, like street. It took me about 3 hours to find one that had a place, and they're sending me all over there. Like, hey, maybe that guy has one, maybe that guy, maybe this guy. Don't fucking go to that guy. All that like local business drama. And then I get to this place, and it's like 2 in the afternoon when I settle down. And the only thing to do in the city of note is Angkor Wat, which is an all-day expedition.
Right.
You could be there for a week and not see all the temples and not see all the things. And people are telling me all this crazy shit because people don't know me. They're like, you could get up at sunrise and ride your bike, and it's amazing. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that. And they're like, you can get a tour guide. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I go to the bar.
Yeah.
That's why bars exist, I
Yeah.
think.
You gotta
Fill
figure your
this
shit
time.
out. Fill up this time and figure your shit out.
So I sit down there, and they have Angkor Wat beer. That's what I'm drinking. Angkor beer.
Yeah. Temple beer.
Temple beer.
Nice.
And this guy sits down next to me. He's from South Africa. I say, what's up? We cheers beers. We're drinking. He mentions he went to Eastern Europe. This girl behind us goes, Eastern Europe, yes! She's from Lithuania. She's huge.
She's huge.
She's huge, chugging beers.
Strong like bull. Make you strong children.
She had
Powerful woman.
She had very, very useful thighs. They could get her a lot of places. It's just she's there on a biking trip with her other friend. We go over to join them. They're drinking beers. We go get dinner in the city. They lead me into the city. Important thing to note. They lead me into the city. I have no idea where we are. I haven't looked at a map. I show up in the city and got drunk. I'm on little sleep. I slept on a train.
You still haven't been into this hostel really at all.
I put down my stuff,
Yeah.
went to the bar, and then left with these people.
Okay.
This South African dude, this Lithuanian girl, and this American girl who talks like a Mormon. I don't know if you've ever been with Mormons, but it's that kind of like super nice, like, well, how was that for you? Like that's like the most like controversial thing they can say.
You're right.
Very nice. We're having a lovely dinner. This Lithuanian girl's making fun of us for not drinking enough. I haven't been drinking for a long time. I was doing Muay Thai and living that austere life, eating well. I'm not drinking. Here we are. I'm getting drunk. We go to a bar called Angkor Wat, a very important bar in Siem Reap. Anyone who's been there has been to this bar. They have giant horse murals on the wall because it's Chinese New Year.
Okay.
The year of the horse. All these giant horse things on the wall.
Nice.
Everyone's getting fucked up. All these Chinese people are in there. At some point, everyone I'm with, the Lithuanian girl, the American girl, and the South African dude, start taking shots. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to sit these out. I don't want any part of this. I've been drinking a while.
Right.
And so they get fucked up and one by one just start leaving. I have no idea where I am.
Right. Yeah.
I have no idea who we've been with. I have no idea what's going on. But the Lithuanian girl, she lived in China, and she's speaking Chinese, all these Chinese people. There's one Chinese girl at the bar by herself. I get all buddy-buddy with her. All of a sudden, we're walking around CM Reap. We're hanging out. We're talking about God knows what. I'm drunk. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know where we are. I don't know where we're wandering. At some point, we get to our hotel, and she's like, well, I'm going to Vietnam in the morning. I have to get to sleep. So, good night. And I stand there like, hey, listen, I couldn't lie to you. I have no idea where I am. I have no idea how to get back to my hostel. How about I stay with you tonight? I think the most like...
the most damn,
like,
going bold for it, my friend. Going
but like
bold.
completely honest, sounding like a bullshit lie. Like just like,
yes.
What would you recommend to someone who's just trying to sleep with a girl?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, I don't know where I am. Can I use your phone?
Hey, I heard you got a bed, and I don't know where mine is.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I felt so stupid saying it to her, but it worked. We kissed in the alleyway, went and bought condoms, went up to her room. It's been so long since I've been with a girl. This girl, she's this Chinese girl. By the way, I grew up in Southern California, so I didn't know this until I got with this girl. Pubic hair is still in existence. It's still
it's
flourishing
100%.
nicely.
Especially, I'm sure, in Asia. Come on, bro.
It's alive and well in China.
Oh, yeah.
But in, like, a beautiful way. Like
it's so artistic the way. If she takes care of it, dude. If it's a fucking, like one of those hedges that they sculpt up in Disneyland and shit, like, you know what I mean? If it's out of fucking control, or if it's like well manicured, it makes a big difference.
I think hygiene is pretty crucial with the bush, because I told people this story a couple times and they always come with like, oh, did it stink? But what they don't know is that in Chinese culture, apparently, because it's one girl I've been with,
obviously you've taken a large survey.
As the expert in the subject, the pre-sex shower is vital. I know, because as soon as we got into the room, she's like, okay, I'm going to shower now, goodbye. And then went to the bathroom for 30 minutes, and she gets out. I'm like, woo, finally, I've been waiting. It's 2 a.m., I'm drunk, I'm tired. We start kissing a little more. She's like, okay, your turn, go. I'm like, I don't think I need one. She's like, I think you do.
No,
so I go in there and just shower, just stand there, come back out,
shower. See
the glorious cleanliness of the bush. We do the regular thing, and then at the end, I ejaculate into her mouth.
Okay. This is all sounding good.
And since I haven't been with a girl in a while, I'm feeling unconfident in the situation. I don't know what to do in those 3 seconds after coming in a girl's mouth. I still don't really know. It kind of takes care of itself, I feel like, a lot. You can lean back. That's a good move.
Yeah, that's a good move. Usually I just go with just like the regular old lean back, or, you just get that last shake in there. I feel it's important to just get the last shake. Like, people can't see this at home, but you can imagine it. You can, that, just the last little drop.
Last drop. You
well,
gotta get in
if
there.
she's a good girl, she should know that by now. But you finish that, you hit the lay down. That's my go-to. You hit the lay down.
So here's my mistake.
This is where Marshall knew he fucked up.
She has like a little frown on her mouth, on her eyebrow. She didn't really know that's the way it was going to end. It's not the way she saw her night going. I'm a little unconfident. I'm tired. I lean in for a kiss.
Oh, no. You know what? You're an OG for that one, though, buddy.
And she's a funny girl, man. She has a sense of humor. She spit a little semen in her mouth.
Oh, that's fucked. How do you react to that?
I laughed.
What else can you do?
I was like, well, I fucked up.
Oh, man.
Like, on her part, that's the best thing she could have done, right? Like,
yeah.
She knew it was
yeah,
stupid.
She got you slipping for sure. That's some fucking that's some red band shit.
So I'm here to tell everyone, people who have not had semen in their mouth, it's salty. That's about it. It's like a little liquidy. It's I haven't had a lot in my mouth. I'm not only on deny girls. Like, some people get mad at girls, like, oh, God, what's the big deal? Just swallow. I've never had that amount in my mouth.
Right.
I can't speak to that level.
Okay, I mean, it sounds like
I had a couple drops.
I mean, you weren't doing the kale shakes at that time, is what you're saying?
No, I was
no
on the
Hulk
road.
Load shakes.
No Hulk Load shakes. I was eating shitty Cambodian food, rice and noodles. Black coffee. Shitty beer.
Just everything horrible it could possibly be.
Yeah, so maybe there's other flavors. You're right. I'm no expert on the subject, but that was cool, man. That was like an unplanned 40-minute story.
Yeah. But that was good. That was a good fucking regalia of you coming to love the taste of semen.
No,
I guess
that was not the point.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what most people will take away.
Love is not the word. It happened. It's not. I I've never searched for that again. Although there's many ways to do it. In the technological age, like we got that option.
Yeah, man. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah.
You know, boats are floated. I don't know if I want to talk anymore, man.
That was
a lot.
That was a lot. Do you feel exposed now?
I feel exposed. I feel vulnerable.
I mean, dude, there's so much has been revealed on this podcast. You know, like not just today, but just I feel like over the course of your episodes.
And I have a distinct feeling that I don't reveal enough.
No, I like it.
This story I just told, I said probably 17 lies. And they're not in the ways people would ever guess. That is exactly what I said to that girl. That is exactly where we were. But, you know, I glanced over stuff that I'm insecure about. So.
Okay, fair
But
enough.
luckily we got to the dirty massage and the
whatever. The fucking snowballing.
One time. Oh, dude. Okay. So here's another thing that I beat myself up about. I did a lot of writing last year about stories from these travels.
Yes.
I have a whole 30-page story about a weekend in Thailand on an island. My buddy who's teaching English there met me on the island. We got these hookers, and
you have a whole 30-page story on that.
30 pages of just the weekend, and I don't know what to do with it yet, but it exists.
Yeah.
One of these days, man. Because my whole dream for the past year, was a year and a half, was to write a whole book about all these stories.
Well, what were we just talking about earlier this week, doing some more traveling and shit? Like, you were talking about heading back to Southeast Asia or India.
Dude, the podcast.
Are you cool to talk about that?
Yeah. Please.
Dude,
yeah,
let's fucking get into that because when you told me about that, I was like, oh shit, dude, that would be so dope.
So this was a couple days before Christmas, and Christmas was a hectic time for me. I did Vipassana meditation at the beginning of the month.
Yeah, that's what I saw you for Christmas Day Open Mat, retrained, and you're like, dude, going to 10-day meditation where I'm not going to talk for 9 days.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, all right, bro. Well,
So I did that and came out just shell-shocked and different. And then the holidays are weird, man. There's so much decadence in my family. All of a sudden there's just chocolate everywhere.
They go full white people.
Yeah.
Gavita everywhere that I can see. You're laughing because there was.
No, I'm laughing because it was way better.
Don't need that poor people shit.
And I've been living a pretty poor man life, so I wasn't used to these things. I came out of meditation, 10 days of no sugar, vegetarian food.
Oh man, so you come home and it's
only thinking about my own life and all these things, and then you get back and the first thing my dad handed me was this, for lack of a better word, is a brownie, but it was way better than that sounds.
Yeah.
I've never had a brownie I didn't like. I'm not my standards are not too high for brownies, and this one fucking blew them out of the water.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And it was downhill from there, man. I was eating sugar, and my mind was racing, and I was with my brother, who I haven't seen in a long time, and we're not that close. Christmas, a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
In the midst of this, I get a phone call from India, a Facebook Messenger call.
A Facebook? That's so shady, dude.
From this guy who I'd messaged months before, because I'd seen a post in the BJJ Globetrotters Facebook group. BJJ Globetrotters being a book that came about, and then it has turned into a beautiful international system of ways to travel and do Jiu Jitsu. It doesn't quite make sense in America yet. The American side of it's kind of there, but it's huge in Europe and Asia.
Yeah.
And so
a lot of travelers training in these affiliated gyms.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's great. And I saw a post on there months before about any purple belt can come to India to teach in Bangalore, India. And when I saw this, I had an accounting job. Mm-hmm. So I was in an office all day, and I was like, God damn it! If I didn't have this, I would love to go to India. And so I sent this dude a fucked up message hey, I'm not a purple belt, I'm a blue belt, I did some wrestling. I think I'll be there in January. Well, what's up? Just sending him a feeler thing 6 months ago. Didn't think twice about it. But it was just one of those things. In the situation, I was in the office, dreaming about travel and writing these fucked up hooker stories.
Right.
And I saw this thing in India, and I was like, ah! And then this dude calls me, and he just laid it out that it was way more doable than I ever thought.
Uh-huh.
And so he's just
this was on over Christmas break.
Yeah, this is the 22nd, 23rd.
Okay.
In the midst of the Christmas chaos, trying to make everyone in my family happy. When, I just came from Vipassana, trying to make me happy, and it's chaos in the brain.
Okay.
And yeah, this dude it's an ongoing thing. Anybody listening who's approval wants to go to India could like get in on it too. Like it's an exclusive. I didn't earn this.
Yeah.
But it's a real thing, man. Of these gyms in India are sprouting up, and there's a burgeoning MMA scene. And the guy who's putting it on, the guy I talked to, he's I believe a brown belt, maybe a black belt, who's trying to put on seminars in India. But the average level of the guys at the seminar is not high enough to where he can justify going in there to teach a seminar. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can't.
He'd be teaching them how to fucking shrimp or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he needs people in India willing to go there for a couple months to teach people how to shrimp and do arm bars and
Gotcha.
simple stuff that I could do, stuff that I believe in, stuff that like I think should be taught to everybody.
Right.
The types of classes that I'd been imagining myself teaching for a while.
Okay.
And then he gets on there, and I hit him with some excuses. I'm like, you know what I mean, man? 6 months sounds like a long time. He's like, okay, give me shorter. Like, well, I don't know, man. I got some debt. He's like, okay, we'll get you money. Like, I don't know, man. A flight. He's like, okay, we'll get you a flight. Like, just all these things. Like,
he says a fucking answer for every excuse.
Yeah, just in like a loving way. Like, just he sounds like the man. I don't know. I don't know. I've never met him.
Wait, is he Indian or is he?
He's Indian, but he grew up in America, I believe.
Okay.
I think I met him in Taiwan because I met a dude who sounds American, lives in India, at a drag show in Taipei, and he used to live in Taipei. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Anyway. This is a man of the world.
Right.
Home base is in India at the moment, but I see him traveling all the time. He teaches all over Europe for Globetrotters things.
Okay.
I've been seeing his posts for a long time.
So, but you're really considering going, or?
Yeah.
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 You should do it. Fuck it. Why not?
It's just, it's scary, man.
It's
That's
scary?
all it is, yeah. It's just,
You've already done some crazy shit.
It's a fucking move, you know what I mean? Like, I'd have to negotiate. I'd negotiate the better of the two cities he told me.
Yeah.
He told me two cities: Kochi, which is a small town on the western side of the southern half of India, and Chennai is a bigger city on the east coast on the same latitude. Hot as fuck area.
Is that closer to like China? Or
it's on that side.
That side of India. Okay.
Yeah, and so it's on the coast, and it's a bigger city. There's a stand-up comedy scene.
It's hot as fuck, though. You're saying
it's like as fuck.
It's like worse than Vegas. Can't be that much worse.
I mean, it's just hotter for longer.
Oh, okay.
So, or maybe not. I'm sorry, hotter is not the right word. But I looked it up, and right now it's January, the winter in India, and it's 85 degrees average.
Damn, it's pretty hot.
And that lasts for about the next month, and then it goes up to 90, then 95, and then for 9 months it's 100.
Yeah. Well, dude, Vegas for at least 6 months has got to be like 120.
But the difference is, man, when Vegas is 120 at like
everywhere,
what's the hottest part of the day? Like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m. It's gonna be like 50 degrees less.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? That like because there's no humidity. The desert's always like this.
Yeah.
India is very humid. So at nighttime,
resonates fucking heat.
Yeah, it stays.
Ugh.
Which I'm used to. I used to go to Mississippi a lot in the summer as a child. My dad grew up there. I have a family out there, and it gets hot, man. It's in Mississippi in July. It stays hot,
dude. But
so
I think
I can picture it. I know how it feels.
And how's the scene out there? So there's like already an established gym that's out there, and they just need like jiu-jitsu instructors, right?
I think there's. It sounds like there's many gyms who need jiu-jitsu instructors.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, because India's an interesting place, man. It's got a lot of there's a lot of like money going on there. There's a lot of people going on.
Fuck yeah,
there's a lot of stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of energy in India.
Yeah, it could be a cool little scene. I mean, you're into meditation and tea and stuff, so that could definitely be a little area of the world for you to explore.
Those things are going on in India.
Those things are going on in India, quite a bit. and apparently jiu-jitsu, dude. So
yeah, all these things that I like. Dope. It's just And so this is something that I tried to talk to some people about. And I really came to the realization, man, that like I don't have the option to talk out problems with my dad. I always kind of knew this, and I came to him with this. I was like, Dad, like I was thinking about going to Vegas. Like there's some training out there, but this dude, he's talking about India, and like, oh my god. And my dad just had nothing helpful to say. There's no like.
Get a job, Marshall.
No weighing the pros and cons. Like he was like, India, what the fuck? Like, and then we just went back to whatever else he was talking about. Like, and so that's just an important realization to have, you know. Like, he's not the guy to go to.
Yeah. I mean, at least they're cool and they support you and stuff, and that's
Very nice.
You know what I mean?
They're very nice people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your parents are very nice people.
But yeah, and it's just a dilemma, man, of just like,
dude, do it. Take advantage of whatever fucking comes your way. I mean, I think that's what we're here to do. What we're figuring out, you know, what it is that fulfills us in life, you know, and take these opportunities. That's what I did moving out here. I mean, granted, Vegas is not extremely far or weird. I mean, it's a weird place, but it's not.
It's a very weird place.
It's definitely a weird place. Everyone has fucking guns, gambling, and they all smoke cigarettes. But, you know, going to India and experiencing a different culture like that with Jiu Jitsu.
Oh my god!
Come on, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be able to teach a lot of people some really cool shit. So, I would jump all over that. Except I don't.
So hesitant.
I just don't want to go to India.
Yeah.
I would not do that. But I can see you doing that. Like, I could go out there like for a little vacay for a few weeks, but I don't think I would want to even entertain the idea of living there. That's just not my scene.
Yeah, man. It's.
But
craziness.
I think it's worth checking out, especially if this dude's gonna hook you up with a ticket and a place to train and hopefully live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then.
And that's all part of it, man. And
you gotta pull that trigger sometime. But we gotta get some more. Yeah, you looking that? Yeah, making that. Oh yeah, I like when that voice gets low. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, probably go to India, see some Indian chicks. Yeah, they're not that pretty, but you know.
Dude, I've done some research on the internet, and I'm here to tell you. Some nice-looking Indian girls.
Nice-looking Indian. Sounds like you're halfway there, my friend. Sounds
Dude,
like you're halfway there.
As fucked up as this sounds, man, one of the best things about about imperialization of other countries is it creates beautiful half-children. You know,
for sure.
So amazing half British, half Indian girls.
They do exist.
From like the terrible things that the British did to the
British have done
for all those years.
All those years of oppression, boy, it's really spawned some pretty ladies.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. Like
it's like the comfort girls of Korea and like Japan in the fucking war days.
Yeah, dude, the children of that, like the mestizos in Mexico.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh my god,
got some pretty gals.
What's better than that?
Some pretty gals. Some pretty gals.
I feel like we're deteriorating, man. Conversation. Been talking for about an hour, so I'm spent, man. How you feeling?
Pretty good. Your mind's blown. I can see it here on you.
I did some vulnerable talking.
That's all good,
it's
though,
cool,
man.
You know, it's beneficial.
I think it is, bro. I think it's beneficial. It was a great fucking story. We learned quite a bit about your travels. No. I wasn't going to say how you like cum in your mouth. Even though people can take from that story what they will.
Out of context.
But
that's the easiest thing you take out of context.
Okay, well,
it's so easy.
You know, they'll listen for themselves. And but yeah, I mean, your travels, man, they're interesting, and you got some fucking cool stories, and I think you should definitely continue expressing that to people.
Yeah.
You know.
Thanks, man. Glad to have you speaking the positivity into my head, Mike.
Of course, bro.
Thanks to everybody who's listening. I love you guys. Let's send him off with a bong toke. Who's the guy on the radio who does that? There's a guy who's been on the radio for a long time. Like, I'll send you off with a bong toke.
Tom Likas.
Let's copy that right now. Can you do us the honors, Mike? Mike
yes,
Wilson's sending us off with a nice, non-drug related, tobacco-filled bong toke. Thanks for listening, guys. I love you. Bye.